Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now legends do legendary things. They just do. Face of boxing do face of boxing things. Right? You got the Negro leagues in boxing, Mexican leagues in boxing, and things like that. It's just different types of leagues, different type of things that are going on, different type of ways people act in the world of boxing, and you just gotta keep your eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What's the legend? Who's the baddest one in boxing right now? I think we can all categorically agree that would be Terence Crawford. Most avoided man we've seen in such a long time. It's incredible, right? No matter what division he's in, what division he's in. I did a video yesterday about Julius Ndungo to remind people of what Julius Ndungo did, right? Because no one acts like that, right? Going to people's backyards to fight them, win or lose, right? Terence Crawford is of the same cloth, and he's just always just trying to go to fight harder fights, right? And it's incredible, the difference, right? I can tell you who he's going to fight. I can tell you who others are going to fight, right? Just because you know what he's rolling. I've made this clear. Terence Crawford's 36 years old. He's been treated badly throughout his career. He's been obviously awesome. He's the only guy that, like a Manny Pacquiao and his team and the media didn't want to fight. And Manny Pacquiao wants to fight everybody. But when you said Terence Crawford versus Pacquiao, people start worrying about Pacquiao's well-being. And that's like 7 years ago. And I'm not just talking about people in the internet. I'm talking about pundits that are on mainstream TV. I'm talking about his own team, be it Freddie Roach or Bob Arum. It's documented. Like, we ain't giving no damn, we worried, man, we ain't gonna let Manny Pacquiao get hurt. This is not the old Pacquiao. This is just, in his mid-30s Pacquiao. That one. Feather in his cap. 2 division, undisputed. Goes up to his 3rd division and knocks everybody out that he fights. All right? This is who this is. So while he's in his 2nd division becoming undisputed, he's talking smack, wanting to fight, challenging the undisputed guy in that 3rd division, which was Jermell Charlo. But what did they do to Jermell Charlo? Let him go up to fight Canelo. And it was all to make sure that Crawford doesn't get a chance to be three division undisputed. Because if the closer they get to that, then he could become one of the greatest of all time. Well, one of the greatest already, but the greatest of all time. He's the only guy in boxing right now that's close to that. So what we have to do is make sure that he doesn't get an opportunity to get close to that. And everybody's in on this, right? You can act like you don't know. Everyone doesn't want him to be, right? So everyone wants him to fight someone who's not significant, but it's not going to get him closer to that. And preferably dangerous. Have you noticed everyone wants Boots Ennis right now? An obviously dangerous opponent who's a division lower now, because Terence Crawford wants to fight at 154, right? But they won't say Virgil Ortiz, but they'll say him, Boots Ennis. And Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis both had opportunities to fight him. Virgil Ortiz is a little bit worse because he was mandatory and he just didn't take it. Mexican League fighter, right? I'm mandatory, but if the champion is hard, then I don't have to fight him. And shoot, nobody gonna say nothing to me. Matter of fact, I'll get a lot of props. Isaac Cruz, right now, had an eliminator fight against Shakur Stevenson. Just said, I ain't taking that. I ain't fighting no damn Shakur Stevenson. Give me somebody easy. Got Rolly Romero, and now they acting like he's, all of that and a bag of chips. Just totally forgot that he just totally I am not fighting no damn Shakur Stevenson. Give me somebody else where I can look good against. And I know that you guys are going to forget that I didn't. Jaime Munguia, mandatory for Demetrius Andrade, mandatory for Jermall Charlo. I ain't fighting neither one of them. I just ain't doing it. And watch y'all forget it and put me in a fight bigger than that. And call me better. Have you noticed Jaime Munguia moved up now to 168? Didn't want to become a champion at 160 because we'd had to go through either Jermall Charlo or Demetrius Andrade. So I didn't want to be one here. Let me go up to 168. Oh, no one's asking Jaime Munguia to fight David Morrell or David Benavidez. But he gets Canelo Alvarez, right? Now, Terence Crawford, 3 divisions lower. Wants to become undisputed. Wants to fight Canelo Alvarez, no, he can't do it. But you know, Jamal Crawford, you should fight David Morrell or Jaime or David Benavidez, right? But Jaime Munguia, who's in that weight, doesn't. This is what's going on. Now, Terence Crawford is going up to 154. He was chasing. Think about this. He made the WBO, because he's the baddest dude at the WBO, make him the mandatory challenger for the winner of Tim Chu versus Fundura. The winner. That's the only reason the WBO sanctioned that fight. That means Fundura has to thank Terence Crawford because Fundura was coming off of a knockout loss. He shouldn't have been in a championship fight. But they sanctioned it because the winner has to fight Terence Crawford. Fundura wins, and now we have a whole bunch of shenanigans. That means WBO just strip him, whatever, then go back to whatever you was doing before. Because you shouldn't have been in a sanctioned fight. We sanctioned it under the pretense you have to fight Terence Crawford. Now all of a sudden it's an issue. Right? Yeah, it's an issue. A 6'6" dude has an issue fighting Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford didn't care who won. Tim Chu is obviously the baddest dude at 154 pounds. Still, even after that fight, we know who the baddest one is. Terence Crawford wanted him. Right? But since he can't get neither one of them, one is hurt on his head, the other one got titles, and all of a sudden, they didn't say his nose is broke. It don't take 2 weeks to find out your nose is broke. It just doesn't. His nose is broke before. His promoter has come out and said so many ridiculous things that I am not going to get into them. But one of them is tried to use the code word that Terence Crawford's boring, thinking, oh, he's black, I can get away with saying that. No, you can't. No one has ever called Terence Crawford boring. You just exposed yourself, dude, which means you're not getting hurt anymore. That's it for you. For here, at least. That's it. You don't call Terence Crawford is royalty, and everybody else ain't. Terence Crawford is royalty, boxing royalty right now on the same carpet as Alexander Usyk. Everybody else, I don't know yet. Y'all good, very good, maybe great, but royalty is Terence Crawford, Alexander Usyk. Inouye's about to get to that spot. I got a couple of things I want to see with Inoue. But that's it. Now, since they're having shenanigans with those two belts, what would a Terence Crawford do, in your opinion? Mine, I already knew what he was going to do. What Boots Ennis or Virgil Ortiz or somebody else should be doing is get that guy Madrimov. Madrimov just beat Krujinov or whatever his name was, right? Also a good fight. Just beat him. He's called the new Triple G. He has a belt. They should put the vacant belt on with that belt. Have that belt sanctioned for somebody like a Boots Ennis versus Madrimov, a Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov. None of them trying to go over there and do that. So I knew when the shenanigans was going on, then Terence Crawford, who else is supposed to be awesome here? Oh, we have a new Triple G in or around my division? Ain't happening. So now he wants the new Triple G in Madrimov. Legendary Negro League type things with Terence Crawford. All the time, for years. But yeah, of course, he's in America. So they won't like that. That's what this is. America's despicable. It's just a despicable place right now. It really is. But at the end of the day, Terence Crawford is legendary. We see it all the time, every day. Anybody in or around his division, he's trying to do that's significant. Madrimov has the belts, right? He's going to try to get the belts. And so in the meantime, maybe that situation with Fundura and them clears themselves up. But if I was a WBO, Fundura, you're stripped. That's it for you. Okay? Because you should have did what we said we was going to do. You're stripped. Crawford gets the title without fighting for it. Doesn't have to. They've done it to Canelo. Canelo didn't have to fight for the WBC 168-pound title. Right? And Canelo is not as legendary as Terence Crawford and not even close. So therefore, you give Terence Crawford the WBO. He goes over here to Madrimov, beats him, put the vacant title on top of it, or have some people, those two vacant titles, the WBC, whatever they going to do with that other title, and then Terence Crawford got two of them and fight whoever else is out there feeling froggy with a title. That's what should happen. Stop getting in the way of Terence Crawford trying to become 3-division undisputed because you've never seen it before, and because it's Terence Crawford, you don't want to see it, right? But he's very close to doing it, and if Canelo wasn't acting the fool, he would have been 4-division undisputed, and we know it. We know Terence Crawford versus Canelo was a damn good fight. We know Terence Crawford ain't going to come in there doing a Jamel Charlo imitation. We know damn well. He was going to definitely make Canelo look silly. Now, will Canelo hit him with a left hook to the body and break some ribs, that could possibly happen too. No doubt about it. This is Canelo we're talking about. He's going, Canelo hits very hard. He doesn't throw that many punches. I think Terence Crawford would outpoint him, but with that weight disparity, Canelo can definitely hit him with a nice body shot and flatline him or fold him up or hit him with a Amir Khan type shot and knock him out. Oof. Why wouldn't that be with three divisions higher? But wouldn't you want to see Terence Crawford, with the way that Terence Crawford is a dog and we know it, fight Canelo, even if he's 3 divisions higher, after now taking care of the 154-pound division? Let's see what's up. But in the meantime, stop acting like you don't recognize how Terence Crawford is. Understand, while he's here and while he's fighting, what you're seeing. It's extremely legendary. It's really, really ridiculously legendary. Him and like Alexander Usyk, who I keep mentioning, because people try to ignore that too, right? Keep your eye on those guys. They're doing legendary things that we don't need to talk about 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it now while they're doing it and help them do it and want to see it. Why we don't want to see somebody try to achieve great things? Why? You understand? And whatever the answer to that question is, and you don't want to see them achieve it, that's where you go to the psychiatrist, because that emotion is controlling you from just wanting justice or wanting good sport. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, Terence Crawford wants the new Triple G, Madrimov. No surprise there. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.